So just a few years ago, I had a respectable job. I went to the gym every day. I was playing football. From the outside, my life looked completely fine, but I was stoned. From the moment I woke up to the moment I would go to sleep every single day for years. This is what it really looked like from the inside. Let's start with the morning. My alarm would go off and I would be completely groggy. Not well rested, never well rested, because I had been up smoking until late the night before. I would get out of bed about 5 minutes before I'd have to leave for work. No morning routine, no time to think, just up and out. However, before I get in the car, I would make a stop at the shed because I had left half a spliff in the shed from the night before, specifically so I could have a little smoke in the car before I went to work. And here's the thing, the second I finished that joint, I would feel so anxious, like everyone at work was going to know, like I was going to get caught, and I genuinely wish I hadn't just smoked that. But the next morning I'd do it again. Work was fine, I functioned, nobody knew I was high. After work I'd roll again before I go to the gym. I'd always take the long way to the gym so I could have time to smoke my spliff before I got there. Sometimes I'd pull into the car park of the gym and I would see the car of someone that I knew, and I would actually drive around the block multiple times more so I could basically just sober up a little because I didn't want to have to talk to anyone. Inside the gym I'd keep my head down, I'd avoid eye contact, I'd get the session done. It was actually pretty productive most of the time. I told myself that the weed was helping my focus. I genuinely believed that. Football training was the same. I'd smoke on the way there. I would tell myself that it was improving my performance, but the whole time I would be so anxious that someone would smell it off me or realise that I was high and call me out, but it didn't stop me. I was achieving things, ticking boxes, but I was completely alone inside of all of it. Evening time, so I'd get home, have dinner, and I'd roll again. Then straight to my room, PC on, headset on, 2 or 3 more joints through the evening. Smoked out my bedroom window with a towel placed at the bottom of the door so the smell wouldn't get out. Video games, weed, porn, junk food, just numbing everything until I couldn't keep my eyes open every single night. My mum would sometimes call my name and want me to come into her room just for a chat, and I would often say, no, I'm too tired. Just isolate myself in my bedroom because I didn't want her to see my eyes and smell that I had been getting high. Just think about that. I was physically in the same house as someone who loved me, and I couldn't even make time for a 5-minute conversation because I was prioritising getting high. That's the detail that gets me now and makes me really, really ashamed. The clearest sign that this wasn't just a relaxation ritual and was a full-blown addiction was when I would run out of weed. I would call my dealer immediately, and I would be extremely anxious until I got a refill. If he was out of the house or was busy, I would want to know exactly when he would be available. I would often offer to drive him wherever he needed to go or meet him wherever he needed to be just so I could get it as quick as possible. I'd often say no to plans with families and friends, not because I didn't want to spend time with them, because I knew I would then be in a situation where I couldn't get high, and that felt unbearable. I was organising my entire life around weed, around when was the next time I could smoke a joint. My social life, my relationships, any plans was all revolving around when could I smoke that next joint. I just didn't see it that way at the time. Here's how I justified all of it. I worked hard, I trained every day, I was going to football, I was showing up. So in my head, I had earned it. The weed was my reward for basically being a functioning person. Anything worth doing was worth doing stoned. That was genuinely how I thought. What I didn't realise that I wasn't actually present for any of it. For the gym, not for my friends, not football, not dinner with my family, not conversations with my loved ones. I was there physically, but mentally I was gone. Look, I'm not making this video to tell you that weed's evil and it's going to ruin your life. I'm making it because I know that if at least one person is watching this and they relate to what I've just described, that they need to know this is not who you are. This is what substance dependency is doing to you. It took me years to see it, and hopefully I can save you some time. If this hits close to home, stick around. There's more to come.